Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to YouthWorks Youth Live Q&A. My name is Lorana Hall. Myself and amazing members of the YouthWorks team are here to provide an informational opportunity for young people to learn more about the YouthWorks application process. This session will provide an overview of the program, key application details, as well as an opportunity for youth to ask questions and receive clarity as they prepare to apply. So during today's session, here's what we'll review. We'll walk through important dates for YouthWorks 2026, our eligibility requirements, required documents and forms. We'll take a deep dive in how to complete the application. We'll review YouthWorks private sector as well as the YouthWorks Academy, discuss our payment methods, provide some application reminders and tips, as well as some frequently asked questions. And then we'll close out with a special presentation from Security Plus Credit Union for Ms. Cheryl Phelps. All right, to start things off, let's review some important dates for YouthWorks 2026. YouthWorks will operate from June 29th through July 31st. During this time, youth will be paid $15 an hour, can work up to 25 hours per week, and all youth workers are eligible to receive a free Charm Pass for the duration of the summer. All right, the youth application. The application, which is already open, will be open through March 7th. During this time, youth can attach documents online between January 2nd through March 13th, if their application is submitted by March 7th. We also have in-person document drop-off appointments, which occur every Saturday in February, as well as the last Saturday in March, which is March 7th. And here are eligibility requirements for youth participants. For youth workers, all Baltimore City residents between the ages of 14 and 21, as well as youth who are 13 but will turn 14 by March 13, 2026. And here are some key reminders. Youth who are applying for the private sector jobs must be 16 years old at the time of registration, and youth must complete the online application and all of the required documents to be eligible to participate. Here are some required documents and forms. All right, our YouthWorks payroll form, the Maryland 507 form, your work permit if you are under age 18, I-9, as well as a W-4 form, including proof of identity, which includes one of the following: your state ID, permit, license, school ID, report card, or record if you're under 18, as well as a parent signature on the I-9, and your work authorization, which can include one of the following: Social Security card, your original or certified copy of your birth certificate, or a U.S. citizen ID card. Or the following documents can serve as both identity and work authorization: your passport, permanent resident card, alien registration receipt card, employment authorization document. If youth need assistance with completing their documents, they can schedule an in-person appointment to drop off their documents on one of the aforementioned Saturday dates. Again, here's our YouthWorks payroll form. For this form, you want to enter your full name and social security number. You want to select your method of payment, which we'll review in great length. You want to sign your signature where it says employee signature. Again, if you are a youth under the age of 18, you must have your parent or guardian signature as well. Along with the payroll form, here are our payment options. So our initial option is our U.S. Bank debit card. So youth workers will receive this card directly in the mail from U.S. Bank. The first replacement card is free. Each additional card is $5. The card can be used at any ATM, and there are over 2,200 ATMs youth can use with no fee. There is an inactivity fee charged after 90 days of no use or balance inquiry. Money can be transferred from this card to a personal bank account. However, no money can be added to the card outside of direct deposits. Another option for payment includes an existing personal bank account. This is for youth who have a bank account in their own name. It can be paid via direct deposit. You must submit official deposit proof, such as a personal check or direct deposit authorization form with your name on it. Unfortunately, we do not accept any starter checks. I apologize. And lastly, this is which we encourage our youth to use most often, is to please open a new Security Plus credit union account. And youth who are interested in opening a youth-friendly bank account can do so by choosing Security Plus on the payroll form. Youth will be contacted directly by Security Plus to open an account. Youth can use the same verification documents to open their Security Plus account that they use for the YouthWorks application. Security Plus has no monthly service fees or no minimum balance requirements as well. And then youth can reach out to Security Plus directly to learn more about their account, but we also have a representative who will be here today. All right, a work permit. A work permit is required if you are under the age of 18. Work permits are good for 3 years. If you submitted your work permit last summer, you do not have to upload it again. Youth between the ages of 14 and 17 can obtain work permits from the Department of Labor and Licensing website. Please be sure to save or print your work permit before exiting the Department of Labor and Licensing website. And the Department of Labor and Licensing website is listed below. And here's how to complete the work permit as far as the employer information. For the company name, you want to add YouthWorks. For our street address is 101 West 24th Street, City of Baltimore, State of Maryland. Our zip code is 21218. The phone number is area code 410-545-1820. The type of business is public administration. The supervisor's name, you would select Nadia Sims. And for work duties, you want to select trainee. Again, all of this information can be found on the youth page of the YouthWorks website. All right. In addition to the work permit, you want to be sure both you and your parent sign your work permit. And right here, we have highlighted the youth signature as well as the parent or guardian signature section of the work permit. An additional required document is the MW-507 form, which is a state tax form. You want to complete the first section of the form by entering the following information: your full name, social security number, your complete address, including city, state, and zip code, and your county of residence, which would be Baltimore City. If you would like to file exempt, write exempt in line 3. Be sure to sign and date your form once it is complete. As well as our NW-507, youth workers must also complete the W-4 form, which is the federal tax form. You want to complete all boxes in step 1. If you would like to file exempt, write exempt in the box on step 4 under line 4C. And for step 5, you want to sign your name over signature of employee. Our employment verification form, also known as the I-9, is another additional form in which youth will need to complete. And on this form, youth will only complete step 1 on this form. And then you want to make sure you sign and date. If you need assistance understanding and completing the required documents, our how-to video below, of course, which can be found on the youth page of the YouthWorks website. And we strongly suggest that you use the how-to video as a resource to support you throughout the application process. All right. Before I turn things over to Mr. Elliot Headley, we'd like to take some time for questions. So are there any questions about the required documents? Please drop your questions in the comments. During this time, we'll take a few live questions as well as answering some in the chat. Oh, how can you be a lifeguard if you're an avid swimmer? Oh, awesome. So YouthWorks also collaborates with a lot of organizations which employ lifeguards. On the application process, when we ask one of your interests, you want to ensure that you can put swimming or lifeguard in that section. If you don't have your social, but you have all of your other documents, if you don't know your social security number, please reach out to a parent or guardian for support to get your social security. And if you've received, once you have a copy of your social, please attach, or you can always reach out to our help desk at ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. Is there a point of contact that we can contact that work with schools? Yes, actually, one of my staff will put their email address in the chat, and you can reach out directly with them. If your school doesn't give your school ID, is a report card good enough? Yes, a report card is good enough as far as accepting acceptable documents. All right, now I'll be turning things over to Mr. Elliot Hetley, who will walk you through how to complete the youth application.
Okay, hello everybody. What I'm going to talk about, of course, is how to complete the application. First thing we're going to do is go to the youthworks.oedworks.com to complete the application online. We're going to upload the completed and signed documents. Once you do that, you'll receive an automatic email to confirm application submission. And within 48 hours, hopefully within 48 hours, you will receive an email notification with the application, with your application status. So let's start. Let's start with going to youthworks.oedworks.com. Once you get there, you'll see that you have that youth button that you'd want to select. Once you select that, you will get to the point where it says how to start an application. You scroll down to online application, and you'll see if you were if you're a returning youth, you'll see this topic. You'll see the icon that says returning youth. Or if you're a new youth or a new application, you'll see that you have to go to the new youth. You click there to apply. What we're going to do now is go through the 7 steps or 7 pit stops around the lap to complete your work application. Okay. The first pit stop we're going to go to is registration. Registration. Okay, registration. The tips to complete your application. The main thing here is that we definitely need to be sure you have access to the email address that you're going to use to create the account. A lot of information, all our communication from YouthWorks will go to this email. Secondly, you'll have to ensure all phone numbers are correct. You can receive updates pertaining to your application as well as opportunities to participate in programs outside of YouthWorks. So make sure your telephone numbers are correct. To be eligible for participation in a year-round program or credit recovery, you must select your Baltimore school name. You'll put that in the next option, the below option right here underneath the phones, underneath your phone numbers. And then lastly, on this sheet, on this page, you'll double check all parts of your address are correct, including the zip code. Include apartment unit numbers if applicable. Remember, all residents or all youth have to be Baltimore City residents to apply for the application. Okay. Next pit stop, we're going to work accommodations. This is what Ms. Lerone was talking about as far as that lifeguard. If you have special accommodations or the process of, and special accommodations are the process of adapting or adjusting to someone or something. ADA laws require websites to accommodate employees to the best of their ability. So examples of physical accommodation would be wheelchair accessibility, breaks between heavy lifting tasks, one-on-one assistance. So here is this is where you'd have an accommodation as far as if you needed to have some type of special need. Okay, this is not where you would put in a safeguard. A lifeguard situation. All right, but this is where people would have special needs. Next pit stop, number 3, we're going to the payment procedure. As Mr. Rona showed you, as far as the form, the payment section asks you your preferred method of payment. There are three options for receiving payment. Pay card is the most common. That's where we issue a card. Again, you can or sign up for a new Security Plus banking account, or if you have your existing bank account, you'd have to have your deposit proof like a voided check and the different attachments from that bank account to actually use your existing bank account. Once you would have those information, you would upload that to the website. Step four, pit stop four, would be the attachment section, which would allow you to download, complete, and upload the required documents. All those documents that Mr. Rona talked about, the M4, the W4, the M507 state form, the pay card information. You see off to the right, you'll see these attachments. There's a selection. There's a selection here where you would click, choose which attachment you would like to upload. Once you click on that, whether it be the W4, the M507, you would click choose file. Hopefully you save those files on your desktop, wherever. Click on that document or open it. And once you have uploaded your file, it will show up down below. Okay, all of those files will show up down below. Next, pit stop number 5, we have the Youth Advisory Council. Now, the YouthWorks Youth Advisory Council is a leadership program for young people ages 14 to 21. YAC focuses on building youth leaders by empowering and amplifying youth voices, ideas, and perspectives. YAC members help shape the YouthWorks program, lead virtual peer sessions, create social media content, and take part in career and college exploration, workforce readiness training, and more. If you'd like to be considered for that opportunity, answer yes to the first question below and the following questions as well. Pit stop number 6, YouthWorks Academy is another program. The YouthWorks Academy is a workforce readiness program for youth ages 16 to 19, designed to prepare them for employment opportunities with the private sector. YouthWorks Academy participants gain essential skills in professionalism, conflict management, problem solving, and other key workforce competencies, equipping them for success in a professional work environment. Again, if you'd like to be considered for this opportunity, answer yes to the first question below. Okay, and then the last pit stop 7 of this lap, we would be the signature section. Again, this is a very important section. Registration certification. Be sure you have the statement that outlines. Be sure you have read the statement that outlines the information submitted is accurate and correct to the best of your knowledge. Also, the code of conduct statement. Again, read that. Make sure this simply says that if you are selected to participate with YouthWorks program, you understand and agree to uphold the rules of the program and always conduct yourself responsibly and respectively. And then, of course, before you can even get through this application, you have to check the next box. This box must be checked before moving to the final stages. And the final stages, of course, would be type in your name, first name, last name, enter the date. If you're under the age of 18, please have your parents, guardians type their name and enter the date. And then the most important thing, after you complete all of the 7 steps, is you have to finalize and submit the application. If you save and continue later, you definitely need to come back and go ahead and finalize and submit the application. We won't have any information if you just do save and continue later. So please finalize and submit the application. Those are your 7 steps. If there's any questions, I'm sure Lorona will ask or answer the
Thank you
questions in the
so
chat.
much, Mr. Elliott. Any questions regarding how to complete the application? I know Mr. Elliott did do a deep dive, but please feel free to put any additional questions you may have in the comment section before we move on to hearing about our YouthWorks private sector and some additional resources. So any questions? For some reason, I can't. I already completed and submitted the application. Can I go back and make edits? Please, in order to make edits, we ask that you please reach out to our YW help desk so that they can get you back in and create those and make those edits. So please email us at ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov to make any edits. But you are still able to go back and upload any attachments. So please, 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 we ask that you reach out at ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. All right, so I'll be turning things over to Ms. Catrice Jones, who will walk us through our YouthWorks private sector.
Hello. So I'll be talking about our YouthWorks private sector. So what is our YouthWorks private sector? This private sector program it employs Baltimore City youth between the ages of 16 and 21. Some private sector employers may hire 14 and 15-year olds. The private sector positions are available in a variety of industries, which include communications and arts, accounting, hospitality, computer and technology, clerical, healthcare, construction, and more. The private sector work sites include small companies and larger organizations like Johns Hopkins Hospital, Martin's, Orioles, and more. Some benefits of private sectors. So participants receive job readiness training before being referred to interviews and are assigned their own job coach. Youth are introduced to a variety of skills and will be matched to a career that interests them. Employment may last longer than the usual 5 weeks, but the youth will may get paid more than minimum wage. Our goal is to place you on a job in your career path and prepare you to work in a professional setting. Now, our YouthWorks Academy. So, as Mr. Elliott mentioned, the YouthWorks Academy, it is a paid 6-week career readiness program for youth between the ages of 16 through 21. Our dates for the Youth Academy are March 25th through May 1st. May 1st. The program, it will teach youth how to write a resume, prep you for interview, professional dressing, and financial literacy. The last day to apply for the Academy is February 14th. Also, Junior Works Academy. The Junior Youth Works Academy is an alternate version of the Youth Works Academies for 14 and 15-year-olds. And youth can learn the same skills by choosing sessions that they feel will help them with their career skills. And to learn more, please email yw.private@baltimorecity.gov. What is job readiness? So, job readiness is employment skills training designed to help individuals prepare for the workforce. Our job readiness sessions occur in schools and virtually. To be considered for a private sector job, you must either complete the YouthWorks Academy or complete a job readiness session. Again, please reach out to one of our job coaches to learn more, and that's at yw.private@baltimorecity.gov.
Again, thank you so much, Miss Catrice. And to go over some application tips and reminders, we have Miss Ebony.
Good afternoon, everyone. Application tips and reminders. Don't forget to finalize and submit your application by March 7th. Check your email. All communications from YouthWorks will go to the email used to complete your application. Incomplete and verification emails are sent within 48 hours of application submission. Ensure you have completed, signed, and dated all required documents. Your U.S. Bank pay card will come in the mail around mid-May, early June. Please be sure to open all mail addressed to you. If you would like to be placed at a specific worksite, give the worksite a copy of your registration receipt so they can request you by March 27th. When completing your application, be sure to only check boxes for the parts of the city you can travel to when asked about going outside of your zip code. If you would like a free Charm Pass to use during the summer, ensure to check yes to the Charm Pass question on your application. You must be present the first week of YouthWorks unless previously approved by your assigned worksite supervisor. If you are absent without prior approval, you will be removed from your worksite. Ensure you report to the worksite assigned by YouthWorks. You will not be paid for any time worked at any worksite YouthWorks did not assign you. Frequently asked questions. Can I use my pay card from last year? Yes. In order to use your card from a previous summer, you must enter the account and routing number for the card in the existing bank account section of the payroll form. You must also upload the official direct deposit slip from U.S. Bank. Will work sites be virtual or in person? There are virtual and in-person work assignments available. However, there's a limited number of virtual positions available. How do I select a work site? Once you have submitted your application, you will receive a verification receipt. If you would like to work at a specific work site, give that site your verification receipt so they can request you by March 27th. I submitted my application, but I got an email that it was incomplete. What do I do? Please upload the requested attachments and/or forms to your application and resubmit. I completed my application and submitted my documents. Why are you asking me for more documents? We are unable to read the attachments are invalid, forms are blank, and/or forms are missing signatures. I forgot my password. How do I reset my password? Please email our help desk at ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact us at our help desk, which is ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. Our main line is 410-545-1820. The YouthWorks online application is https://youthworks.oedworks.com. Our private sector can be reached at ywprivate@baltimorecity.gov. Telephone number is 410-396-6722.
Thank you so much, Miss Ebony. Really appreciate it. And now I am super excited as a member, actually, of Security Plus who has an account. We have Miss Cheryl Phelps who will be walking you through and going over the benefits of opening an account with Security Plus. So I'm turning things over to you. So welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm sorry, Miss Phelps, are you able to unmute yourself? Let me see if I'm able to.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we perfectly
Yes.
can. Go
Okay,
ahead.
awesome.
Thank you so much. We definitely want to ensure we're able to hear all of this valuable information.
Well, awesome. Again, thank you for having us another year. We've had this relationship with you guys for over 10 years, and we really appreciate us coming in and sharing these really exciting products that we have with the youth. But the first thing I would like to say is they get their first job, they learn how to drive, and they look to becoming independent. Teenagers grow up fast and need to learn lessons that will serve them throughout life. But one important skill is managing money. We provide a youth checking account with a low grown up features that allow teens to get some good practice while they keep an eye on all of their financial transactions. Here at Security Plus, we really love coming to, I think it's every Saturday, almost over a month that we are there. But if you can go through these slides for me, I would like to talk about our member focus. And Ms. Hall, do you have the slides that we can show everyone?
Yes, I believe. Nadia, are you presenting right now? Are you sharing? I didn't realize that the document was no longer sharing as I am actually not presenting right now. Give us 1 second, Ms. Phelps, to work through. And I do apologize.
It's okay. Now, am I able to share my screen? Because I actually have it as well, but I guess it's up to whoever is presenting.
Do you see share at the bottom of your screen? So for some reason I see Nadia, I apologize. I did just add you to the screen right now. Are you able to share?
Yeah, the presentation is sharing. I'm not sure why it's not showing up for
Can
everyone
you
else because
guys
it's
see
up
it? I
front.
can't see it.
Can you change the layout to make it to where the presentation is
Are you speaking to me,
sharing the
Nadia?
screen with us?
She talks.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
are you able to see now, Ms. Phelps?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you again for your patience. Apologies.
It's okay. It's all right. You can go to the next slide. Well, I'm Cheryl Phelps again. You can stay there so I can at least introduce myself. I'm Cheryl Phelps. I'm one of the managers here at Security Plus. I oversee the secured buildings where you have to be badged in. We do have locations in Owens Mills. We have a location in Woodlawn. We have another location which is Northwest, which is Wabash, and then we have the secured locations that are inside of CMS at 7500 and 6401. We also have another secured location there. We also are in talks of having another location that's going to be built at the ending of 2026 in Parkville. So we do have a lot of locations that are centralized around the Baltimore area for convenience. And we also have ATMs as well. And you can go to the next slide. We are definitely member focused. Our members are far more than just a number at Security Plus. We are in business for service. We are not in business for profit. And you can have as many banks as you want, but you definitely need to have a credit union underneath your belt. The other is we are community focused as well. We have a genuine desire to make a positive impact on our members, our employees, and our community in all that we do. And you can go to the next slide. These are some numbers that we wanted to share with you. These are all of our checking deposit accounts and how much we have thus far this year, along with our shared accounts. Our shared accounts and our savings accounts are the same. And this is the number here, almost over 3,600 new members as of today and counting. And you can go to the next slide. This is how much we do in vehicle loans, personal loans, mortgages, and we also have credit cards as well. You can go to the next slide. You can access your money with all ATMs. We also have a website that the youth would be able to log on. They would be able to search by location and zip code to see all of the ATMs that are out there where they can actually avoid surcharges when they use their debit card. You can go to the next slide. We also have Apple Pay, Google, Samsung. We have mobile deposits, which unfortunately with the youth account, but once they turn 18, they'll be able to utilize the mobile deposits. We also have e-statements, free credit score monitoring. We have me-to-me transfers, budgeting tools to help them be able to save money. And you can go to the next slide. Once the YouthWorks, when they come in, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have their proper ID at the time of doing the application with YouthWorks. But with us, the only thing we need when they come in is the birth certificate, a social security card, student ID, or state ID. And there has been times when some of these documentations, some of the parents that don't have it, and we can accept a report card as well. You can track your spending. You can go back. You can track your spending and savings on our mobile app. Your money will always be safe, even if you lose your debit card. protect yourself against fraud. We have an awesome fraud department. They will reach out to see if you have actually made a particular transaction. If you haven't, then you can actually come into one of our branches and you can fill out a fraud packet. And the way our fraud packets, if you come in within 24 to 48 hours, the money is going back into your account. These are debit cards here. We've changed our logo. We have blue debit cards now. We also have incorporated instant card issuer, so you do not have to wait on the mail. You do not have to wait 5 to 7 business days for a card to come in the mail any longer. You can go to any of our branches. If you lose your card is destroyed, you lost it, fraudulent activity, you can go to any of our branches and they can actually print you a debit card on the spot. It's not a temporary card, it is a permanent card. Go to the next slide. Is there any questions or any concerns that anyone on the call might have with opening up a youth account with Security Plus?
Again, please, if you do have any questions regarding opening up a Security Plus account, please put them in the comments while we do have Ms. Phelps and members of her team here. It is an awesome, I don't want to say opportunity, but an investment in your future. But also Ms. Phelps and members of her team will be available on Saturdays during drop-off appointments to help you actually open an account on site. Again, we definitely encourage you to take advantage of a wonderful, wonderful resource.
And Ms. Hall, I'd just like to add just a few points.
Yes.
This is for ages of 14 to 17. We do accept also a Social Security card and a green card, if that could be a question that someone might have. Again, we do accept the report cards if they do not have all of the proper documentation. Again, this is no monthly minimums. There are no fees. They get a free debit card. They can spend up to $250 daily on the card. So the parents can be rest assured that there is some restrictions on the card, so they don't have to monitor too much. So we do put some kind of restrictions on the account.
Thank you so much for providing the additional context too.
Welcome.
And we'll give maybe a couple more seconds for additional questions. I can actually see our staff, our team in the comments answering questions that you will have.
And just let anyone, if there's no questions today, they can feel free to stop by because we will be there every Saturday until the program ends. When I got all of my documents and work permits, and if time to work, where do I go?
Thank you so much. As that is not a question, I guess, regarding Security Plus. You'll be notified from our team once you submitted everything and everything is complete. You'll be notified within 48 to 72 hours of your status, and you'll be in future contact regarding placement if possible. But we do want to remind all you that although application submission does not guarantee placement. All right, we'll give time. Thank you again, Ms. Phelps. We definitely appreciate your time, the opportunity, and the resources that you provide. And just want to note again for all of our youth and families, Ms. Phelps and members of her team will be available during our Saturday sessions to help on site to open up a Security Plus account. All right, we have time for any additional questions. Well, again, we want to thank you so much for joining us today and all of your time. Again, to apply, please visit youthworks.oedworks.com. The application closes on March 7th. We encourage you all to apply. We are in person every Saturday in February, as well as the first Saturday in March. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Again, to apply, please visit youthworks.oedworks.com and have a great remainder of your day.